The night my sister threw water on me at our father's birthday party was the night she finally drowned in her own cruelty. My father's 60th birthday was everything he loved: expensive, polished, and full of people pretending to be closer than they really were. Crystal glasses clinked under warm lights. A jazz band played softly near the stage. Laughter floated through the room like perfume. And I stood near the back wall, already feeling like I didn't belong. I had come straight from base. My black dress was simple, my posture was stiff from habit, my hair was tied neatly, the way discipline had taught me. Even out of uniform, some things never leave you. My sister, Vanessa, noticed immediately. She always noticed anything she could use. Vanessa wore a silver gown that caught every light in the room. She moved through people like applause belonged to her. She kissed cheeks, laughed loudly, and glanced at me the way people look at stains they hope guests ignore. "You actually came," she said, stepping close enough for only me to hear. "It's Dad's birthday." She smiled. "No, it's Dad's event. There's a difference." That was Vanessa, beautiful on the outside, sharp on the inside. Growing up, she learned early that charm could hide cruelty, and because she was entertaining, people forgave everything. I was the serious one, the quiet one, the one who joined the military instead of chasing attention. To my father, that meant I was difficult. To Vanessa, it meant I was competition. Dinner was served. Speeches began. My brother praised Dad's success. Friends praised his leadership. Vanessa praised his generosity. No one mentioned the daughter who had missed holidays serving overseas. No one mentioned the years I spent protecting strangers while my own family barely called. I should have been used to it, but pain repeated does not hurt less. It only becomes quieter. Later, while guests gathered near the cake table, I stood alone with a glass of water. Vanessa approached holding a smile too bright to trust. "Still acting superior?" she asked. "I'm just standing here." She leaned closer. "That's the problem. You always think silence makes you noble." Before I could answer, she flicked her wrist. Cold water splashed across my face, my hair, my dress. Gasps rose around us. My glass slipped and shattered on the floor. Vanessa laughed. "Oh no," she said dramatically. "Did I spill?" People stared, some shocked, some amused. My father sighed like I was the inconvenience. "Can we not do this tonight?" Do this? As if I had humiliated myself. My cheeks burned, my chest tightened. Years of disrespect pressed into one moment. I wanted to walk out. I wanted to disappear. But what I didn't know that night was that someone had just entered the ballroom, and he had seen everything. I grabbed a napkin and turned away, trying to preserve what little dignity I had left. That's when the room changed. Not loudly, silently. Conversations stopped one by one. Heads turned toward the entrance. Even the band lowered their instruments. I looked up. A tall man in a dark formal military uniform stepped inside, medals reflecting under chandelier light. His presence carried the kind of authority that doesn't need introduction. Colonel Adrian Hayes, my squad commander. My breath caught. He wasn't supposed to be there. Months earlier, I had mentioned my father's birthday while signing deployment paperwork. He'd simply nodded and moved on. I never imagined he remembered. Vanessa's smile faded as he walked straight through the crowd, toward me. He stopped beside me, removed a folded handkerchief, and gently offered it. "For the water," he said calmly. My hands trembled as I took it. "Sir, what are you doing here?" Correcting an oversight. Then he turned to my father. "Mr. Carter, happy birthday." My father blinked, instantly changing posture. "Colonel, what an honor. Please join us." The same man who ignored me now glowed under borrowed status. The colonel's expression remained unreadable. "I came to personally thank your daughter." The room went still. My father glanced at me, confused. "Her?" Yes, Captain Emma Carter. Vanessa's face lost color. My father rarely used my rank. Hearing it publicly sounded strange even to me. The colonel continued. 6 months ago, during a field evacuation, Captain Carter carried 2 injured soldiers through active fire after transport failed. The room inhaled sharply. I stared at him. I had never told my family details. There was no point. When I came home bruised and exhausted, Vanessa had asked whether military life gave good vacation benefits. My father asked if the salary was worth the risk. No one asked if I was okay. Colonel Hayes looked around the room. She volunteered to go back for a third soldier after being ordered to stand down. My father's mouth opened, then closed. Vanessa laughed nervously. Emma always exaggerates her little adventures. The colonel's eyes moved to her slowly. Captain Carter did not tell me to come. In fact, she asked me not to mention any of this. Then he added quietly, "Humility often belongs to those who deserve attention most." I felt tears sting my eyes, not because he praised me, because someone finally saw me. Vanessa crossed her arms. "This is family business." He answered, "Humiliation becomes public business the moment you perform it publicly." The guests looked at her differently now. Not glamorous, small. For years, Vanessa controlled rooms through confidence, but confidence collapses quickly when truth enters. And for the first time in my life, I realized something powerful. I had never been less than her. I had only been quieter. The colonel bent slightly and picked up the broken pieces of my glass from the floor. Then he handed them to a server and said, "No one serving this country should clean up after disrespect." My father looked shaken. "Emma," he said, forcing a laugh, "you never told us all this." I met his eyes. "You never asked." That sentence landed harder than shouting ever could. Guests murmured softly. My brother looked away in embarrassment. Vanessa stepped forward. "Can everyone stop being dramatic? It was just water." I turned to her calmly. "No," I said. "It was years." She froze, because she knew exactly what I meant. Years of jokes, years of mockery, years of treating my discipline like coldness, my sacrifice like absence, my silence like weakness. Water was only the latest version. The colonel spoke one final time. "I've commanded many soldiers. Courage is common under pressure. Character is rare at home." Then he looked at my father. "You should be proud of your daughter." My father's eyes filled. Not with tears exactly, but something close to regret. He stepped toward me. "Emma, I may have misunderstood you." I shook my head gently. "You understood me. You just valued the wrong things." The truth can be soft and still devastating. Vanessa grabbed her purse and stormed out, heels striking the floor like anger searching for blame. No one followed her. No one defended her. The room that once rewarded cruelty had turned silent around it. I expected triumph. Instead, I felt peace. Because revenge is not always humiliation. Sometimes revenge is being recognized in front of those who refuse to see you. Sometimes justice is simple visibility. The colonel asked quietly, "Would you like to leave?" I smiled for the first time that night. "Yes, sir." We walked out together into the cool night air. Behind us, the party continued, but something had ended. Months later, my father began calling more often, awkwardly, carefully, trying. Vanessa never apologized properly. Some people protect pride more than relationships. We speak rarely now, and that's okay. Distance can be a form of healing. What did I learn? Never confuse silence with weakness. Some of the strongest people in the room are the ones who don't need to prove it, and those who throw water at others often forget. Truth reflects everything.